Let me
top of the
tell you
chart.
something. I think my brand is like hate listening. I think that's like my brand. I don't think other podcasts have this brand. I'm like,
It is. That's
I
awesome.
mean, it's fucking
Yeah, we're getting
awesome.
to the point where like a hate listen show. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
we're like a hate listen show. Honey,
I think of
it
who I hate listen.
pays. It pays for that. I told you. I
It was
told
hate
you.
listen for a long time for me for Bethany or hate watch, I guess.
I told you those martinis at La Biblique, $80 with tip for two. So, honey, hate listen because daddy is okay. The point is, look, we haven't seen the Sarge, my good friend, with Louis, but so I think they're respecting her, but I also think she's losing her job. I mean, because of it. Like, you don't really say who you're going to film with. Look, again, people are always like, for all the huggers that come after you, Teresa has lots of haters too. So when I say Teresa's the queen of New Jersey, I think she's an animal. I think she is a vile human being that I personally would never want anything to do with. But I mean, the numbers don't lie. She is the queen of New Jersey. Like, it is her show.
Yes.
So if we don't do a total reboot like we did in New York, which didn't really work, Teresa is going to probably come back. And I think Marge wouldn't have come back. But I think it will also not help that she refuses to film with Louis. And I think it will also cost her her job. But I think her job was going away anyway. And I think Margaret is a smart woman because she doesn't put things in writing like Teresa. Teresa's exposed. She pays bloggers, allegedly. She paid some D-list podcast, allegedly. Margaret is smart when they say on the TV when Dolores is like, she's a lot smarter than you, Jackie. And Jackie's like, yeah. Margaret isn't put into writing. I think Margaret is a smart woman. I think she knows. I think deep down Margaret knows it's over for her. And that is not, I think it's her last
Yeah, you
season.
said this last season, actually. Remember you thought last season
Yes,
was
yes,
Margaret
yes,
Joseph
because
last season.
everyone's now going to say, well, you said that last season and you said Melissa. Well, yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I roll tape. I'm not
But we're
denying
wrong
that.
all the time here. We're
Yeah, I mean, like, okay.
we're right a lot of the time, but we're wrong.
I mean, but I mean, come on, this is it. We have bad ratings. And mind you, let me be very clear. When we think about the history of RHONJ, see, this is why people listen, because there is no team. I could say two things in one sentence. Margaret she's a big player that you will think of when you think of RHONJ. She had a great run. She was a great housewife. I understand why she got the job. I understand why she kept the job. I even understand why a ton of people are Team Margaret and love her. I get it. I get it. I'm giving her props. But unfortunately, the time has come and she reads. I'm not age shaming because I am no spring chicken and I like older housewives. She just reads as old energy on the show compared to like Rachel Fuda, and she's just not the future of the show. And there's nowhere to go with Margaret.
Yeah.
We've done it. It's time. It really is time. I'm serious.
I could see it being time as her not. I don't think she aged. I don't know. I disagree with that. I think she
You
fits in
do.
the mix well. Yeah, I don't watch that and think, oh,
Really?
no, I feel like that more of Jenna Lyons. Jenna Lyons always comes in the room like, oh, cap, no cap. What does that mean? It's like, to me,
Well,
Jenna Lyons like, no,
well, she is a
lie
little
or
bit
no
older
lie.
than the
Yeah,
other
well, I mean,
ladies.
it's like she doesn't know any slang. She doesn't know any like, she's just vibe. What do vibes mean? It's like seems cool. Like Joseph seems like in there, scrappy, hangs out with young people. Joe is in the mix with the guys. I don't know. I kind of like it's going to be the end of an era for that show if they shake it up. But I do think a shakeup is coming. I like
It's
Buddha.
coming.
Yeah, I
It's
got you. I
coming.
mean, it's not being received. Look, it's not getting the talk, the buzz, all the things that we thought it was going to get that we've had like with RHOC recently, which we've had with RHOBH, not this past season, but prior seasons. I mean, and even New Jersey prior seasons, it's not giving us the whole, even like the joy of seeing Teresa get married that we had. We don't have it. So I don't know, but the Bravo producers are surprising me. Look, RHOP came back with almost everybody.
Yep. Yep.
RHOM may be returning despite,
Yep.
so I think if they have a formula that slightly works, they are going to stick with it. So you never know.
They just need at Bravo. No, I agree with you. And by the way, I don't even know if Melissa's going, but I mean, I don't know how we're going to keep
It's
her
hard
either.
to
But
shoot two different shows though. That's the problem a little.
and we're doing it. We have a house warm. We got
Yeah.
Melissa's. There's no Teresa. Then we have Teresa's Tulum party. There's no Melissa. Like it's happening. Very, very, very nice to hear that you're a fan of my very, very good friend. Long, complicated history with the Sarge.
I told you it's
Um,
summertime. I'm getting a lot of vitamin D. I'm in a very good
you
mood, and
are.
I've just I've been on vacation, and I go back to Maine, the worst state you think in the nation, and I just recharge. And I like these individuals. I love what they give us. And when I think to myself, I sit there and I think, Sarah, someday when you're on reality TV, and people are destroying you, your family, your husband, your kid. I mean, you give a lot to keep showing up. And so
Mhm.
I give these women a ton of credit. And we're in a really wild time with Bravo right now. The future, everybody's getting sued. And I hate seeing people lose a paycheck. I like shitting on people when they're making money because then I
Yeah.
don't feel bad. Like if they're doing well and they're making $800,000, I don't feel guilty about talking shit. But when someone loses their job or a whole franchise goes away, then I'm like, oh, I can't.
Yeah, and like I don't wish Margaret. I agree. I don't like people losing their job. I don't like when I hear about like someone called someone's son and like when it's real world stuff, it's just like, oh, it's so sick. It's just a fucking job.
Yeah, it's a
So
job.
I agree. Now, do I want to turn on my TV for RHONJ and see Margaret anymore? Eh, I mean, it's like neither here nor there. I'm bored. I'm bored. Jennifer Aiden, I think, is going to lose her job, especially since she committed assaults, the hands. But you know what it is? Like people say about, because we talked about Shannon, everybody says about Shannon. Vicky has told me off air, one on one. Tamara, everyone says the same thing about Shannon, that her life is the show. I think Shannon talks about the show 24/7. Jennifer Aiden is the same way. Like she
Mm.
says she's going to be okay, but girl, and I like Jennifer. I think she's funny. Like, what are you going to do when you're off the show? Like, you got to just go,
Pull
huh?
a Dorinda, pull a Dorinda. Dorinda would like show up at BravoCon and ask, like Dorinda just came back as the dog that like, please let me sit in your lap. And eventually it works. So
Traitors, Dorinda. I mean, let me tell you, Jennifer Aiden. I have
I'll
bad.
do it.
I've got real news here for Jennifer Aiden. You're not going to the Traitors, so don't think you're the next one after Dorinda. Let's be
Okay.
honest. She's not going to Traitors.
Why
No.
not?
We have every housewife to choose from. So let's hear.
Every
Here's our
time
short.
put on losers from Survivor. Like, who
No,
cares?
but the housewives, we're talking like Luann, Erica Jane might get a call. Jennifer Aiden is not getting a call to go to the Traitors. Melissa Gorga,
Okay.
Joe Gorga could get a call. I mean, I'm just being honest. She's not. It's not happening
They have
anymore.
Jeremy Collins from Survivor. Does anybody, no offense, Jeremy. I'm sure you're lovely and you're probably a genius in Survivor. I don't know who he is.
Well, Poverty. She was on this show. Parvati. I mean, that's the real deal. Boston Rob. Hello. How dare you put down
Do you
Boston
know who
Rob?
Lord Ivor Mountbatten is?
I never know who those people are. No, but listen, we've had a lot of these people on our show. Wells Adams is over there.
No,
He
I
was.
wouldn't have picked him out from a lineup.
Wells Adams?
No, I don't
He's
know.
married to Sarah Hyland from Modern Family, darling.
Oh, oh.
He has a top podcast with
Oh,
he's been on Behind the Velvet Rope twice. Bachelor Nation royalty, darling. Oh my God, darling.
I only got
Um,
into Bachelor one season during the pandemic with Matt James, and I loved it. And it was
that's a good,
that
and
they fired. It
Matt
was the
James
best season. He's so
isn't
smoking hot.
Isn't
Oh,
his body is
oh
just
my.
what it should be. It's just what it should be, Baze.
And Chris, was fired, and oh God, that was the last season.
I mean, but listen, we have an
Well,
issue. Bravo
you're
should
lovely.
come. You're lovely, Waltz, but I mean, Boston Rob, come on, that's like a classic. Jennifer Aiden's not going to the Traitors, as she's like not even on the top 50 of housewives. Do you know what I mean? Like, we'll go to Erica. I could see Erica there. Rinna would never accept the job. Talk about the
You don't
game.
think Rena would? Oh,
No, I think Rinna has, like you say with Nene, she went away, and no, Rinna is the image Rinna is projecting to the world of being a fashion icon in Paris, looking like Andy Warhol. And no, Rinna has rebranded herself phenomenal. That I think she's open for more acting roles I think she's going to keep on with the fact. No, I don't think Rinna's going to go be one of many for the Traitors. No, I think she would turn that down, actually. I really do.
All right.
Erica Jane. I don't think Erica Jane would turn it down. I think Erica Jane would be great, stoic.
I'm going to be watching Nene Show, Traitors season 3. I got Welcome to Plathville coming
You
up.
gotta watch
Mr.
Traitors
Wives will be
season
back.
3. You gotta watch Traitors
All right.
season 3.
I got to love you and leave you. Okay?
Excuse me?
Sorry. I know. You're on a roll. I hate to cut you off. You're on a roll. I think you could talk
Wow.
for another hour and people love to hear it, but I got to go.
Do they love to hear it though? Not everyone. Lots of people hate me. Hate, like despise.
Despises you.
Oh, wait, excuse me. Before we go, we have buried the lead the whole fucking show.
What?
We are very humble people here. I'm busy talking about honeylove.com/velvet for 20% off and showing your breasts. We have a live show, which is on sale. Oh my God. August 15th, Thursday, because I flubbed this last time. Thursday, August 15th at 7:30 p.m. Sarah and I, we can go live on Instagram. We are doing another show, just like the last one. A lot of people have been buying tickets saying that they're repeat customers. So this is good. We got to track this because you like to track things. We got to see what percentage is coming back. It's a pretty big percentage. But guys, you can ask us any question. All the shit about Margaret, all shit about Sarah and Kane. I mean, Sarah's had some breakup, right? Everything. There is no question off limits. We cannot plead the fifth. It is $30 admission. We're going to do a quick little, whatever the hot topic is of that day. And then we're going to go right into our, Q&A. And look, if the time permits, you could ask us 2 Q&As. You could talk about New Jersey, Teresa, this, that, but really anything you want to ask us. And I loved your questions last time. They were so
Oh, they were unbelievable. They were such a great mix of TV, real life. It was awesome. Our friendship, our business relationship, people wanted podcasting advice if the podcast world is over. It was so good. It was such a good mix.
And like you said,
I always say the audience is so smart. They're just so smart. They're always clever. They're the funniest. I love it. So,
and by the way, it's a pajama tour. Wear your pajamas. We drink, we get drunk, and all of you guys are in the chat room. They're all in the chat rooms, in the chat bar talking while we're talking. It's great. It's a party. It really is an online party. Love